During the climax of U.S. involvement in World War II, the Valentine Richmond History Center focused heavily on the notions of nationalism and patriotism by creating the Thomas Jefferson Bicentennial Exhibition, commemorating the birthday of one of the United States' most prominent leaders. While years prior to this bicentennial display, Richmond was the antithesis of national unity, acting as the capital of the Confederacy. During 1943 at the Valentine, Richmond instead became a place for uniting and commemorating all citizens around the idea of American nationalism. The museum was so successful in its quest to invite visitors to share Jefferson's joined American experience of national patriotism and pride that in 1943 the Valentine rolled up its largest attendance in history, 35,279 visitors, which was 32% higher than 1942. Jefferson's connection to American history within the Valentine exemplifies a perfect wartime symbol. He penned the Declaration of Independence and was a leader of the Revolutionary War, a war fought on the principles of liberty and freedom, the very same principles on which World War II was being fought as well. This similarity is especially important as it allows for differences in time periods to fade by encouraging patriotic unification amongst the American people and thus identifying a distinct collective community. As a result, the Jefferson Bicentennial acted as a crucial rallying point to bolster the Richmond War effort in the 1940s. During this time, with the country at war, the Valentine utilized tangible, everyday objects owned by Jefferson as a way to humanize Jefferson and make him more accessible to ordinary civilians, while still maintaining, as the 1943 annual report states, the unity of American culture, and allowed the museum to follow the dominant consensus school of historical interpretation. This relates to the bicentennial exhibition because it entails the concept of Thomas Jefferson as a national hero, a man who played a key role in the founding and formation of our nation, a man who articulated so many key principles upon which we live today, and a man who, being from Richmond, was both a national and local hero, especially significant for the Valentine at this time. The Jefferson exhibition is especially relevant to rhetorical studies as it embodies Barbara Biesiger's concept of using the past to make sense of the present. The three-part exhibition for the Thomas Jefferson Bicentennial Anniversary was the focal point of the year 1943 at the Valentine because it played a tremendous role in facilitating collective memory during World War II. The first exhibit presented Jefferson as a great Virginian in the social setting of his day. Displayed were reproductions of donated portraits of Jefferson, which reminded visitors of Jefferson's political power, as well as viewing him as an ordinary man in American society. The second and third exhibits display Jefferson's role as an ordinary man by showing a fine collection of his authentic costumes, walking cane, knee and shoe buckles, and a wooden guitar. The combination of these three exhibits provoke a national collective memory of a strong, stable, unified nation, as visitors are encouraged to both remember past events as history while also remembering the event in relation to the current conditions, the trying times of 1943. World War II was an era in which the U.S. needed to rely on unity and patriotism, and the bicentennial exhibition helped visitors to do this by making sense of the present war by using Jefferson as a patriotic symbol to evoke a consciousness of a collective past. The Thomas Jefferson Bicentennial's use of seemingly mundane everyday objects, such as the authentic personal handwritten letters, cufflinks, and clothing of Jefferson's, allowed for the visitor to be actively interpolated into the overall meaning of the exhibit, and were selectively chosen to evoke emotional responses from visitors of the Valentine. These artifacts humanize Jefferson and reinforce his significance as a leader. The Valentine emphasizes how ordinary citizens can behave according to Jefferson's leadership. Although Jefferson's role as a political, social, and cultural icon were already established in America's collective memory, the Valentine's utilization of these tangible artifacts reiterated a sense of commemorating the past and using them as a coping mechanism to find strength and stabilize the morale of Richmond citizens during the traumatic events of World War II. An exciting sequel to the Jefferson Bicentennial was reported a year after the exhibit was taken down, when Norma Brigg Robertson's gift of the Jefferson White House mirror of 1804 was donated to the Valentine. Her donation suggests that the exhibit was inspirational to its visitors because it continued Jefferson's legacy even a year after the exhibit was taken down. The symbolism of the oval mirror is also inspirational, as the visitor is able to look at his or her own reflection, as well as see a sense of Jefferson's patriotism. The Valentine used both Jefferson's mirror and the bicentennial exhibition to advance a notion of the past and serve in the interest of the present during a tumultuous wartime period.